Dear friends, welcome back with another machine on the Van Hub, which is Beelzebub 1. The link will be put into the description section below so that you can download and play the machine. I think this machine, from my point of view, is exactly for beginner. However, I'd like to demonstrate some very useful and important techniques, such as using different ways to calculate MD5 value, including Python. And also in this video, I'd like to take a very different approaches to elevate privilege. So there will be a lot to take in this video. Without further ado, let's just get started. We can head over to Linux VM. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be net discover. Let's press enter. All right, as you can see over here, the last one belonged to the target machine, and the IP address could be recognized as 133. So what are we going to do next? We need to do port and safe scanning with a map. To save time of this video, I've already completed before, so now we can get out its result. As you can see over here, as usual, I took the options like scene scan, the version scan, and the default script scan. As you know, different service will have different script to scan, okay? And followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option of all is ON to output the result into this file. So from the map scanning results, we can tell that the target has two open port numbers. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service or secure shell service, and also the version information, open SSH. Even exact version number 7.6 is retrieved by the map. The second one is the 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the version information Apache 2. And also we got the default page of Apache 2 here. So what shall we do next? As you know, the SSH service, or this particular version of OpenSSH, doesn't have much vulnerabilities which we can utilize to exploit. So I think our focus should be on this port number or with this HTTP service. And we need to do the web application enumeration with manual and automatic ways. Okay, so now let's fire up the browser to do the the manual enumeration. My bad. So now we can put the IP address of the target into the address bar. And now we can press enter. As you can see, now we are given or we are returned by this default Apache 2 page. We can scroll down to the bottom, and after careful reviewing, we didn't find anything useful or important. So now we can check its source code, because sometimes source code can reveal something important or something sensitive. Unfortunately, we cannot find anything like that, which is fine. Next, we can check whether the site has robots file or not. Not found. Now let's pull up the terminal to do the automatic enumeration with the different utilities or tools. For example, the first one, as always for me, would be Nicto. Let's press enter. And Nicto, maybe this is not the latest version of a Nicto, but this doesn't matter. And the banner or the version information and the header information, and also allowed HTTP methods, get, post, options, and head. Even Nicto has helped us discover some files like PHP info, PHP, and PHP myadmin. This is the database administration panel or application. So now I think before we go further, let's take a look at some or these discovered files and directories. So PHP info, PHP info. Let's press enter, and now we can get the configuration of a PHP and exact version. Maybe we can, we can use the search sprite to see whether this version is vulnerable or not. In most cases, PHP doesn't contain very many exploits, except, the workable vulnerability, okay, or exploits. Although here some a very long list, the exploit, but I think all of them are not what we want, okay? So how to the next? Let's go back. And here's some configuration or settings for PHP interpreter or running engine. And I think you can notice some major settings like allow URL fopen. This will allow to access or open the file over the network, and also even can include, so possibly the target or this web application has file inclusion vulnerability. Okay, maybe we can keep such information in our minds as we proceed. Let's scroll down, but nothing else we can find. From the perspective of penetration. Let's put up the terminal again. So what shall we do next? We need to take a look at another application, PHP myadmin. PHP myadmin. And here, welcome to PHP myadmin. This application allows us to manage a database easily with the GUI. So we do not need to run, the command line to manage, for example, like create a database, create a table, create a user, some things. Okay, you know that. But this is not what I want to cover in this video. So here, I'd like to, try with default or weak credentials, like username is root and password is also root. Let's click go, but we got error. So maybe it's not, I think it's very rare. It's very rare that a PHP myadmin application has such a vulnerability. The weak credential vulnerability, okay? Especially in the real engagement. But at least we need to try such, the vulnerability, okay? Who knows? So now let's put up the terminal again. So next, we need to launch GoBuster, one of very powerful directory enumeration tools. GoBuster, I like to, GoBuster with subcommand dir. The dir means conduct directory enumeration, although GoBuster can support other subcommands, okay, like vhost. But I always use subcommand of dir to conduct directory enumeration. And we can use the U option to specify the URL of the target. And also, I'd like to use W option to specify the word list. For me, I always use this word list as the first one, although in some cases or in some circumstances, we need to try with different word list. Okay, so now come to the next option, X option. This means extension option. So I put some, of course, for some special cases, we need to, specify other extensions. For example, maybe we need to use the zip. I think you got my idea, but normally we can use this just for extensions. Okay, so now we can press enter. And also GoBuster discovered PHP admin and JavaScript. JavaScript usually is container for the JavaScript code, of course, obviously. But in many cases, especially when we do the CTF like machines, it's not very usual. We can get something important from the JavaScript. However, if you have enough time yourself, you can go through such content or directory. Even sometimes we cannot directly access JavaScript directly, okay, because of the configuration by the administrator. And the PHP info and also index PHP. And I think the two default file extensions are different, PHP and HTML. But I think if you look at the response, is particularly the size of the response, I think you can tell a little difference. This one is a bit big, 10,000, more than 10,000 bytes. But this one just 271 bytes. So maybe now it's a time to check to see whether this one. I think this one is our default Apache 2 page. And how about this one? So let's access this file, index PHP. Let's press enter. Although we got the not found information from the target, wait a second, hold on. If you check its source code, and we can find something very, very important. Otherwise, I don't think we can continue. Maybe we must stop our journey, okay? Because to be honest, this would be the only direction for for this machine. I mean, if we want to penetrate into the machine or into the target machine, I think this would be the only possible entry. Okay, so my heart was encrypted, and I think this is the machine name, right? This guy, or maybe this is the user or the author. Beelzebub somehow hacked and decoded MD5. So I think from this comment, we can get something important. First one, maybe this would be possible username, right? Oh, sorry, I think I forgot to note down some information. Port 80, HTTP. So now we are in enumeration stage. Enumeration. Okay, and also somehow hacked and decoded MD5. So this would be another information we need to pay attention to. So maybe, we need to calculate this, or we need to generate the MD5 value for this string. And maybe this would be serving us password, and this would be itself would be possible username. Okay, so now first of all, I'd like to, of course, we need to generate the MD5 value for this string next. And there will be different ways, to, let me recap. To generate MD5, I think the first way we can use the Linux command MD5 sum, and next we can utilize the Python, and also there are some many online services provide which can help us encrypt the string, okay, or get the MD5 value surface. But in this video, I just want to show you the first two ways. Okay, so now how to do? We can use the echo and we can copy the string here, paste in here. And also we need to put the option of n, and we need to tunnel to, or pipe to MD5 sum. As you can see, or maybe echo. MD5 sum. And this is the result. Sorry, I don't think we need to put the single quote. Okay, so now we can copy and put on our notebook. So this would be the first way. However, we also can take advantage of Python, okay? Because sometimes we need to use Python to automate such encryption process very efficiently. There's some cases we need to make such a calculation for thousands of strings, right? So now I'd like to activate the virtual environment of my Python. Next, we can launch the Python interactive Python. We do not need to use any editor because this would be very simple. We can import. So to calculate the MD5 value, the very important module we need to import is import hash lib. Okay, and of course hash lib, this is the module, and this module can support a variety of algorithm, including MD5, also like SHA. Okay, and first of all we need to create the object for the for the MD5 class, and we can use maybe m, and m is set to hash lib to MD5. Okay, of course you can type out this object. This is some sort of class. Of course, today I will not go into details of the object oriented programming techniques. And next we can update. But if we're using Python 3, the string should be encoded first, okay, and then can be passed to update method. Okay, so now we can copy the string here, and we need to encode with UTF-8, and now we can get its MD5 value. I think the result is exactly the same as this one when we use the Linux command to generate. Okay, right? So now I think we can try to use this as username, this string as username, and this as password to SSH to the target. Okay, let me exit from the interactive Python, and now we can SSH, and followed by the username. Oh, not this one. SSH, and we can copy the username from notebook and paste in here. And we need to supply the password, no problem. We can copy here and paste in here. But this doesn't work. To be honest, when I did the machine the first time, I was a bit lost. Actually, to be honest, another difficulty for this machine would be, or maybe the only difficulty with this machine lies in this one. As a matter of fact, this is not a password. This is the directory. Okay. So next, I think we can launch the GoBuster again to do the directory enumeration for this directory. Okay. GoBuster directory. and we can copy. Oh, and let me autocomplete this command to save your time. Let's press enter, and then I think you can find some very interesting directories and files like WordPress login page or file. WordPress includes, I think, or also WordPress content directory. So I think now, this directory is running or is halting WordPress application. So let me paste in here. Let's press enter. However, because of, I think, misconfiguration by the author, now this, the browser is automatically redirected to another IP address, and this is not accessible at all. Okay, but anyway, we can, I'd like to stop because it's for certain we cannot reach at that IP address. Okay, so however, it doesn't affect our penetration. We can still use the WordPress, not W, WordPress again. And I'd like to autocomplete, not this one. As usual, we can use the E option, and let's press enter. E option means enumerate. Enumerate, I want to enumerate the username and the plugins. Let's press enter. However, you will get an error. Okay? And you can get an error because this will be, the supplied, the URL will be redirected to this one. This is not existent IP address in my lab, okay? And so we can use this one, do not redirect. So we can force the browser not the browser, force our GoBuster not to redirect to this address, okay? No problem. We can use ignore, and also we need to put the option of force. So in order to in order to proceed, we must put these options. Okay, these two options. Okay, let's press enter. Okay, it's done. Although the directory or subdirectories of this very weird directory, very long directory name, is not accessible. However, the WordPress scanning tool has successfully identified two users. Okay, and so we can copy and to put over here, and also this one. Okay, so now let's put up, and we need to check the output more carefully. Okay, for example, readme found, and interesting thing or interesting findings. Readme, even upload directory has listing enabled. This is very dangerous configuration or misconfiguration. We can copy and paste over here. And there are two subdirectories like 2021, but here just some pictures. We cannot find anything useful. Let's go back and talk to VTalk. And the person making the pact sometimes try to outwit the devil, but lose in the mind. Say hi to this one, for example, Jason, and now say hi. So works Jason. Actually, we need to check, or we need to take a look at the request and response very carefully. Also, as you know, when we are dealing with the web application, we need to check the request and the response, and also we need to check cookie. Okay, now I'd like to open up the developer tool. Let's go to the storage, and I think you can notice the cookies, and one of key key value pairs, we can find this one, password, and its value we can copy. So just now we have already found the two possible usernames, although these two usernames are used for WordPress administration panel, but sometimes the username are reused. Okay, so I think we need to, we need to try to use these two usernames and also this password to SSH to the target. Let me show you in action. So let's SSH. We can not this username. We can copy from here. And the password. We are lucky. It does work. Let me clear the screen by pressing keys Control, Shift, and L on the keyboard. And now we can get bigger space on the screen. First of all, we need to list directory content by the command ls. And here, I think, now the goal here, we need, of course, is that we need to, enumerate the information locally on the target machine and to try to elevate privilege. For example, here, we need to check the bash history. Oh, a lot of commands. So next, I think I try to use two ways to elevate privilege. Here, I think you can notice something here. I think this target machine is running server U, and also the sudo. Let's scroll down. So how about this one? Maybe we need to use the find, and we can use the name server or server U. Okay, server and the type is file rather than directory. And also I'd like to use redirect operator. I want to redirect all error to the now device. Okay, to here means standard error. I want to redirect to now device. Press enter. Nothing found. Interesting. Let's go to the user, local, server. Can we find some configuration? Yeah, here we can get out the server. Server. Oh, this is executable. Sorry, my bad. And go to the etec. Nothing here. So I think we can use Google to search the file name for the configuration for the server U. Okay, the configuration file for server U. Where? Not this one. Settings or not solar wines. Maybe attack. This doesn't matter. I think we need to check the bash history again, because just now we have already found many historic commands, right? And here, what it's about, we can copy. We can maybe open link here. So enable. Oh, this is not what we want. So oh, say this one. We can copy. We can use Google. Oh, this one. So I think now we can, maybe we can try to use this exploit to elevate. Okay, let me copy and put over here. And we can download, right? We can download. We can copy. Why I cannot download? It's fine, no problem. We can create it locally. We can copy. We can use copy and paste way to create. Okay, paste in here. Now I think we need to upload this code to the target, and we can take the easiest way by setting up web server on the Kali Linux. And let's go back. We can navigate to temp directory. Oh, wget. And exploit. And we can use GGC compiler to compile it. Exploit. And now I think we can run it. As you can see, we have already become the root user, and to grab the root flag without any problem. So I think this would be the first way, but I think there should be at least another way. Oh, this one is exploiting this one, PWN kit. Now we can use another way. We can upload to the Linpeas.sh script to do the automatic enumeration. Just now we use the manual way to enumerate. We can copy from my toolsets directory, and now we can use wget to upload. And then we need to make it executable, and then we can run it. Here now, what I'm doing is using Linpeas.sh script to do the automatic enumeration, rather manually enumerate the target machine. a lot of output by this script. I think I like this script very much. As a matter of fact, I used this script a lot. Although there are other ways to make enumeration, but this one is my one of favorite. Okay, Chrome tabs. What's that? Okay, it's done. Let's scroll up. So this one, what it's about? I never encountered this before. Files, capabilities with the binaries with capabilities. SUID bit. This one, I don't think this is effective way. Let's continue. Oh, we found this one. So maybe we can try to, because this one has SUID bit, we can copy. We can use Google SUID exploit. No. Anyway, now I think we can know that the target is running this sort of utilities, and then we can use the Google, or maybe now I'd like to tell you we also can find this information from the processes section. Let's show you. Cron job, processes, yeah, this one, as you can see over here, and this is running by root user. So, then we can use Google. For example, I'd like to copy and use Google to search exploit, and then you can get the same link. Yeah, this one. And but this one didn't work. The code has some problem. I think there is some problem with or some error with this code. But anyway, this code in the GitHub can work very well. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.